Turning now to what's trending over on our Facebook page this morning. Minnesota State Senate is considering a bill that would legalize assisted suicide. It's called the Compassionate Care Act. Now, the bill allows specific terminally ill patients with 6 months to live to get medication to end their own lives. 2 doctors must evaluate them first, and the patient must be able to self-administer the drug. Both advocates and opponents were there at the Capitol in St. Paul Wednesday. Lawmakers heard stories of families whose loved ones wanted suicide but died in pain instead. Others are trying to stop the law, but opponents said legally assisted suicide is a slippery slope to elder abuse and euthanasia. 5 states already allow terminally ill patients to take their own lives in certain circumstances. What do you think about it? Do you think it's a good idea to allow the person who is suffering to make the decision for themselves? Or no, this is something that should be left up specifically to a medical professional? And they are saying too, there's specific guidelines at this point in this bill that they're looking at. Does that make you a little bit more comfortable with the decision, Kate?
Well, for me, it's, with situations like Alzheimer's, yeah, it is difficult for the carer. My aunt had it, so I do know. My mother was ill. I cared for her till she passed away. But with someone who has something of a really debilitating, painful, every moment of their existence is misery kind of thing, I do agree that there should be some counseling as well. But there are certain conditions that are terminal, full stop. And these are the cases that have been considered. In Oregon, it's been working since the 90s. So, it works. It's just a matter of getting the right people to counsel the family and making sure that's the decision. So you can't live a life after a decision with a terminal illness.
I agree with you. We'd love to hear what you have to say. Go ahead and post your comments on our Facebook page. Well, we've got continuing coverage of the attacks that took place in